There's a lot of economic doom and gloom in the media right now. Everyone's afraid of a potential recession. But what if I told you that an economic downturn could be the best time to grow your business, take market share, and free yourself up for long-term success? In this video, I'll show you how to not just survive, but thrive in a recession. We'll cover how to do sales smarter, cut costs the right way, and restructure your business for long-term profitability. So the first thing I want to talk about is doubling down on sales. So during a recession, one very important event takes place. All your competitors will stop spending money. So all those Google ads they were competing with you for, or those Facebook ads they were competing on, their bidding will drop. So their ad budget might go from $5,000 a month to $500 a month because they want to save money. And that's the first thing they're going to cut off. Their thinking and their mindset on this will be that if consumers aren't confident to buy, then it's not worth paying for ads because they're not going to buy anyways. It's going to be significantly harder to close. They'll try to push for more organic means of sales. But what does this mean for you? Well, if your company has some money saved up or some emergency cash saved up, you should consider spending, like some of it at least, into running these ads when everyone else is not, because you'll get much more value out of them. The cost per bid will be a lot lower, the cost per click will be way lower, and you will get more impressions at a cheaper price. Even if these impressions don't lead to direct sales, what they can lead to is connections being made. So when none of your competitors are advertising to those same companies, you are, and you're going to be the only one that's on top of their mind. I would even recommend investing in other processes like cold calling or cold emailing, because then you'll be right in front of them. Your customers will see only you and they'll forget about your competitors. When the consumer confidence rises again and people are ready to spend money, you'll be the only one on their minds, not your competitors. And the second point is cut costs, but don't destroy morale. So the way to think about this is to eliminate waste and give up comfort, but try to avoid firing employees that are actually useful to the business. I see a lot of companies just go on a firing spree and just fire everyone left and right to save money. And sometimes that's necessary, but if you can avoid it, because it'll make your company look better if you keep employees around. And if you try to grow your company in that environment instead of being like everyone else and with that pessimistic mindset, reducing the size, you'll probably do a lot better. Now, a recession is a great time to negotiate better deals on what you're already getting. So if you have suppliers for your company or companies that are providing you a service, you will be able to get better deals from them, even on software, because in a recession, they want to keep your business. So if your company uses a product like Zoom Info, or maybe they buy coffee beans for their coffee business, I have no idea. A recession is a great time to go to those suppliers and those software companies and say, hey, listen, I can't afford spending like I was before. So is there a negotiation, maybe a 1-year sale or discount we could get in exchange that we keep using your service and not cancel on you? A recession is a great time to get a deal because everyone is struggling and you should take advantage of that as a business that wants to survive. Now, the third thing is restructure and reorganize for profitability. A recession is a great time to explore new avenues of business growth. So maybe there's a podcast you've always wanted to start with your company. Maybe there's a TikTok channel you've always wanted to open. A recession is a great time to explore these possibilities and see if they can actually make you money and line things up for your business. A recession is also a great time to cut off any fat you have in your business. Meaning, if there are services you're providing that are actually not profitable, now is the time to run the numbers. You should have been running them anyways, but sometimes people are busy. So a recession will free up time for you to reconsider what services you're providing and whether or not they're actually making you money. I want you to look at a potential recession the same way as you look at any other opportunity. Because if you think about it right now, if you consider today's economy strong, you competing with your competitors in a strong economy is the same as you competing with your competitors in a recession. The goal is to beat them in both situations and come out on top. A recession is a great time to eat a lot of that market share from your competitors by offering better deals to competitors and by literally just reaching out to them more when your competitors are saving money on advertising costs. If you have an opinion on whether or not there's going to be a recession or if you think there's not going to be one, leave it in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts, and leave a like if you enjoyed the video. Thank you for your time and have a wonderful rest of your week.